Apocalypse Brewworks is a small craft microbrewery in Louisville, Kentucky. It's owned by 3 partners, Paul Grignon, myself, Leah Dinas, and Bill Kraus. And our main goal is to have people drink beer to the end. We say we're brewing and making beer for your survival.
Leah, Bill, and myself, we have brewed for several years. We have a total of 40 years experience brewing on the homebrew side. Most homebrewers, when they start brewing, they dream of going big. They approached me and we started talking about plans and pulling this together. We were tossing around names. Bill was one that mentioned something about the end of the world. He said the apocalypse, and for a brewery it seemed like a good name that would be remembered, and we can play off of that. The equipment that we have here is not commercially brewing equipment. We've repurposed a lot of equipment. As homebrewers, we're very good at finding new uses for available equipment. And the vessels behind me are from 1969. Even with that, we can make exceptional beers, and it's basically our attention to detail and meticulous about the recipes and the process is that what produces the good beer. So it's not having fancy equipment that's doing it for us. It's our passion and our dedication to turn out the beer that we love.
We heat all our water with solar. As part of the Green Triangle in the 9th District here in Louisville, it makes us more of a green business, and we get to take off the grid some of that power and energy in water, but then give back. Well, how you make beer is you take malted barley, and what happens is we steep that in water. It's sort of like steeping a tea bag. And then we're going to rinse those grains. Going back to the tea bag analogy, we're going to try to rinse out all the sugar out of those grains. Then we take that sugar water called wort and we boil it. And then we add hops, which is not only a preservative, but it adds bittering, which balances out some of that sweetness. Then we cool it. We add yeast. The yeast gives its flavors, its different fruity esters, the aromas, a lot of different things. And then what the yeast does, it eats the sugar, creates CO2 and alcohol, the best part, and then that's beer.
We kind of tailor our beers to the market and the tastes that are out there.
So if you came in and you weren't a beer drinker, you could come in and you can find something to drink. If you're a seasoned beer drinker and you want a lot of hops, we're going to offer that too.
So we have an amber, which is an American amber up there. We have a Fallout Dust, which is a black pepper spiced beer. Hop Brown, which is American Hoppy Brown. End of the World Black APA is just a dark hoppy APA. St. Christopher is our Belgian triple. We have actually 2 different cream ales. We go between Cream Asian Cream Ale and we go to Golden Age Cream Ale. Smoke and Pyre's Porter is a smoked porter that we have on tap. Dynastopian Dunkel Weissen is our dark wheat.
Our most popular beer is, we have 2 different IPAs. We have a rye IPA, and it's going to be a little spicier because of the rye. We use a little bit more caramel malt, gives it a little bit more sweetness to balance out that little bit of spiciness. The hops are a little earthier and a little more assertive. And then we have another one called Apollo IPA. It's going to be aroma and flavors of passion fruit, citrus, floral. Louisville is a bunch of hopheads. Hopheads, people that like really high, hoppy, bitter, and aroma and flavor of hops.
And last we have O'Danny Pivo, and that is our gluten-free beer.
It doesn't have any wheat or barley malt in it. Ours is sorghum based.
Now the bar here at the brewery, we call it the Fallout Shelter. It's a small bar. It's more of a tasting room. And we open it to the public on Fridays and Saturdays only, or for special events. And it allows people to taste our beer.
Very good. Excellent.
Fill up a growler. And often we have a food truck out in the parking lot usually on Fridays, sometimes on Saturdays, as well as the Frankfurt Avenue Trolley Hop. We're supported by the beer-loving community, and a lot of home brewers are in here regularly.
Well, the number one place to find our beer is here at our Fallout shelter.
We distribute locally. We have about 25 accounts.
If you go to our website, we keep an updated list because luckily our list of people that are offering our beer changes.
There are some health benefits to dark beer, similar to that of red wine. It's not in the same level, but there are some benefits to having beer in moderation, especially when you're drinking craft beer where you have live yeast in it. It provides a significant amount of vitamin D.
And it tastes good, and it complements food so well. And that's the other thing. It does complement food well. And how are you going to watch a football game if you're not drinking a beer? A glass of wine just doesn't cut it.